Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. So, new year, more boxes in the kitchen over there. Abuse the crap out of that like button. That actually really helps the channel. And let's go see what new gear we've got to break in the new year. All right, first box for the new year. Which one are we opening up first? I mean, it has to be this one, right? First guitar of the new year. It's part of ESP's 2022 lineup. First one on YouTube, I think, outside of their own videos. Right, Pringle? Yes. Good girl. She's like, can I eat it? All right, first box. Let's open it up. Damn. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love my bright colors, my pastels. But man, look how clean that is. It's just a sleek metal guitar. And it knows it too. It doesn't have to show off. I also think it's like this combination of the brushed black chrome EMG pickups. Like, I've not seen that before. That looks really cool. And then this metallic satin. It's like a charcoal color. I think that's actually what they call it. Charcoal metallic satin. Oh, and shout out to the homies at ESP for including a hard case. When these start shipping to retailers, I don't think it'll come in a hard case, but they wanted to make sure that this arrived in one piece, so I really appreciate that. And yes, this is a new 2022 guitar with EMGs. Contrary to popular belief, they are not dead. All right, be truthful. Who amongst you were expecting this as opposed to the Eclipse with the Fishman Fluence and Evertune? If you guessed the Viper, you're lying. I was looking at the comments. Actually, there was one dude who did guess the Viper. The rest of you are lying. And I mean, I've played a ton of LTD ECs. I have an ESP Eclipse. This, though, is my first ever Viper. LTD kind of had the Viper in hibernation for a while. I think it was only last year, maybe 2 years ago, that the 1000 series Viper even made it back into the lineup. You can see my reflection in the fingerboard. That's how much LTD polishes these things. Black binding, and look at that roll. Extra jumbo stainless steel frets too. Something that one of you guys pointed out in the comments that I missed was they have gotten rid of the model name on the 12th fret. It's now a regular flag inlay. And personally, I think it looks much better. And here it is from the back. Man, that looks like something Batman would play. Coffin-shaped cavity cover, because death and metal. Battery cover, Evertune cover. Body bevels mirror the ones on the front. And even the Viper has ESP's like set through neck joint. Hell yeah. Like, a lot of other brands have started doing these set through neck joints for their single cuts and for their strat types. So far, no one's really doing it on their SG type besides ESP. The new neck shape. It's actually got a volute too. This one is made at World Music in South Korea, for anyone wondering. And it's got Grover tuners. Non-locking. I always prefer locking for the convenience, but I guess with the Evertuner, not super necessary for stability. Damn, man, this is so cool. Like, I'm just getting mad Batman vibes from this. Not Adam West, like Christian Bale. Oh, it's just sleek and mean. And I believe, yes. So this splits the neck pickup because we've got an 81 and a 60 TW. It's kind of insane, man. Like, LTD, ESP, it's one of my favorite guitar companies. Part of the reason I started the channel was to get the attention of these companies, to maybe get a job there. Now I get to work directly with them, checking out the new lineup with you guys. And this year they're just making so much cool stuff. I think with the exception of one or two, the entire 2022 Phase 1 reveal was excellent. I've got a whole reaction video on that if you want to check it out. But yeah, so this is the new Viper Evertune. To my knowledge, it's the first 2022 LTD on YouTube besides their official videos. And I know a lot of you were expecting to see one of the EC1000s, maybe a Phoenix, on the channel. And there's no reason why we can't do that, and we probably will do that, to be honest, going forward. But for this first one, I kind of wanted to throw a little curveball and check out a Viper. It's like an SG with sensible modern upgrades. All right, one last bat flyover for the bat audience with the bat camera. That's really cool. All right, time to move on. And speaking of sensible modern upgrades, it's time for your own sensible modern upgrade to your wallet. Yep, that's the segue we're gonna go with. Let's take a quick second to thank today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet. Yes, they're back. Appreciate them supporting my channel for another year, and they aren't just a sponsor. I actually switched to a Ridge wallet well over a year ago. I use one every day because traditional wallets kind of suck. So Ridge is redefining the wallet. Old school wallets just have this natural tendency to collect stuff. Old business cards, old receipts, unused loyalty cards. Well, that doesn't happen with the Ridge wallet. The designs are sleek, small form factor that can fit into your front pocket. The plate's made of aluminum, titanium, or carbon fiber or RFID blocking to block scammers from stealing your information, and they're held together by a durable elastic band. The quality is excellent, and to back it up, each wallet comes with a lifetime guarantee. It's super easy to access what you need when you need it, and it's been strangely freeing to just carry around what I need without any of the excess. Plus, they've got loads of colors and styles to choose from. This is Pringle's favorite. So if you want to see why so many people are switching over to the Ridge wallet, head over to ridge.com/agufish, and you can use the code agufish for 10% off your order and free shipping. That's ridge.com/agufish, code agufish, get 10% off. There will also be a link in the description, and of course, clicking the link helps support the channel by letting them know that I sent you. And while you're doing that, let's see what else we've got in the kitchen. All right, next box. Wonder what guitar this could be. Let's open it up. Shit. Oh, look at that. Alright, so I don't know if you guys know this, but as long as I've been doing this YouTube thing, I've been following a policy of use what you got. Like, I really haven't invested that much into the whole visual side of things. Like, this is the T3i with the stock kit lens. It's from 2013. It doesn't even have proper tracking autofocus. Bought it used on eBay. It was my first DSLR, and I've used it since the beginning of the channel. I'm still using it, actually. Like the B angle for unboxings and for demos, it's all this camera. And then the main camera is just a T7i, again with the stock kit lens. And it's essentially the exact same camera, like the sensor's the same and everything. The only difference between this and the T3i is that this has tracking autofocus, but that's literally it. And I bought this from a friend who wasn't using it for, again, a couple $100. But they're both kind of old, and so I've been meaning to upgrade for some time. I just have a very difficult time spending money on things that I don't need. I mean, besides guitars, obviously. But for Christmas, my sugar mama, girlfriend, I guess she got fed up with how bad I kept saying my cameras were, and she found this for me because she's the best. This is a Sony A7 II. So I don't know anything about cameras. It's a mirrorless, and it's also missing a lens, so I'm gonna have to get one of those. Mirrorless instead of, well, mirrored, I guess. I've also never used Sony before. My family's always been Canon. Did I mention I don't know that much about cameras? But from what I've been told, this should be a noticeable step up. You know how I'm always complaining in videos like, oh, my camera doesn't really capture how this guitar looks in real life. Either it's getting the color wrong, or the figuring of the flame just isn't as vibrant as it is in real life. Clarity and accuracy should be much better with this, and it'll hopefully let me bring you guys some better videos, and you guys can thank Shiv for that, because I'm not sure I would have ever bought this for myself. She's just the best, man. And so this is my new Sony camera. It's got image stabilization, everything in there, and I can't wait to try it out. Oh my god, like look how big the manual is already. Who has time for this? Nope. Actually, come back. I have no idea how to use the Sony camera. Next box. I mean, this one's kind of related, so we have to open it up. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm sorry, if you clicked onto this video thinking we'd only be looking at guitars and guitar gear, no, but also kind of, because this here is what I'm going to be using with the new camera to capture all the B-roll and everything going forward. So this is a Sigma, what is it, 28 to 70 millimeter f2.8 DGDN, which I knew off the top of my head. Essentially, again, I don't know anything, so I just asked Connor, and he said, get this one. So I found it on eBay, and I got it. Very good. It's made in Japan. Comes with a cup holder. Part of the reason why I was dragging my feet on upgrading the cameras was because I didn't know anything about lenses, and they're expensive. Like, This even used was 2 Harley Benz. Again, look at how big the manual is. Like, nah, actually come back. I need help. Nah, but I am really excited to upgrade. I have been saying for a long time that my cameras really just don't capture how the guitars look in person. And just from a creative standpoint, YouTube is my job. So I should invest a little bit into making the best content possible for you guys. How much better will this be? I don't know. But Jordan and Connor both seem excited, so. All right, you know what? It's time. It's time to combine them. Let's do it. Damn, well, I mean, it looks cool. Me with cameras is like me with guitars. Like, I know how to do the power chord thing. And now I'm gonna have to learn how to sweep pick. Last box. What do you think, Pringle? Good girl. All right, Pringle's getting impatient. Let's open it up. All right, so from Ukraine, a Valiant Smith. Now, you guys might remember I demoed that Valiant Jupiter guitar, and I loved that thing. It was like a custom-aged baritone Jaguar thing. I move my hands a lot when I talk, and you can see that in the reflection of this guitar. I'm sorry, I just can't help it. And I loved that guitar, man. It was my top guitar of the year. Ended up selling it to Chris Robertson of Blackstone Cherry because I knew he would love it, and he does. He's already using it for shows, which is sick. That Jupiter was their offset. This is the Smith, which I guess is their take on the single cut. The shape is interesting. Kind of reminds me of a Michael Kelly Patriot. Oh, this is one of the new cases too, so it's got the logo imprinted over here. It did get a little wrecked in shipping, but that's what cases are for, right? I kind of love when companies do their own take on the bridge and tailpiece. These saddles are made of bell bronze, something that Valiant does. A bare knuckle of some kind, I'm not sure which, maybe a war pig. Burnt chrome pole pieces as well, so you got like a little bit of color happening here. Like with the color of this guitar, these things just stand out. I'm not sure what the fingerboard's made out of. It looks like rosewood, but it doesn't feel like it. The grain is too tight, but these inlays are sick. They're made of maple. And this nut is crazy, man. It's got these circular bell bronze inserts. It looks like somebody's handwritten the Smith logo there. Flipped it over and okay, what is happening here? So I thought this was plastic. It's not. I think it's duralumin that's been painted black. Duralumin is like an aluminum alloy that they mostly use for aerospace applications. But on the Jupiter, they used it everywhere. It was on the bridge, it was on the control plates. It was unpainted and brushed on that one, so it was very obvious. And I think that's what they're using here. They've just painted it. And that's cool too, how they stamped the serial into the control cavity cover. Pretty unique. And then this body has an open pore thing going on. I believe it's mahogany. And then it's got this little belly cut here. The neck joint is interesting too. So they have rounded it, but this looks more of like a bolt-on joint than a set neck joint. Interesting. They must be 2 different types of woods. This might be mahogany and this is maple. Yeah, it's just really cool how the front is gloss and the entire back is satin. And it's got, crap, I forgot what these are called. Does this count as a volute? I don't know. On Gibson's, it's called something special, but I am completely blanking on that right now. There's like a lot of wood dust, but these are Godot 510 locking tuners. Love me some Godot. This thing is so sick, man. Yeah, I thought this was plastic. It's not. I think this is all duralumin, as are these. I mean, these have like the ebony and maple inlays, but the actual enclosures I think are duralumin as well. Why is this guitar so dusty already? Spoke wheel truss rod adjustment built into the fingerboard. I love how Valiant does that. The rounding at the binding is really nice too. Ironically, I think that this new looking guitar actually has better rounded binding than the Valiant Jupiter that had that whole relic thing going on. Like right out the gate, this is more of a played-in feel. I just love how Valiant's doing things that are slightly different, man. The company's only been around for less than a year, but they're using all this duralumin, and that's kind of like a signature thing of theirs now. No one else is doing that, and I'll admit, when I saw all the single cuts on the website, I wasn't a huge fan. That's why I was just like, yo, send me the Jupiter, that looks sick. But kind of all blacked out with this single pickup, this actually looks pretty cool. Like kind of unique, kind of stealthy. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, Pringle? She's busy. My bad. Continue. Do your thing. One last little flyover for the camera. Not a bad haul today, you guys. Not a bad haul at all. Big shout out to Valiant for sending this over. Actually, just as I was finishing up editing, 2 more packages came, so I guess let's open them. Next box. Let's go with the one on the bottom, actually. Oh shit, it's another Sigma lens, bigger than the other one. For reference, this is how big it is compared to the kit lens that I'm currently using. Alright, so for you camera nerds out there, this is a Sigma 18-35 f1.8 DC Art, I think, made in Japan again. So the reason I got this is because I figured, you know what, if I'm gonna upgrade, I'm gonna upgrade, you know what I mean? I usually use 2 cameras to film the demo track playthroughs, like 2 angles at a time, and I didn't want to have one set of footage that was really good, and then the other set of footage that was really mediocre. This has been out for a long time, so I was able to get it pretty cheap on eBay again. Instead of being 2 Harley Bentons, this one was like a Harley Benton and a half. I mean, this one is obviously a little more used, but thank God for eBay, right? And this one might actually be better than the other one for talking headshots, because the depth of field with this one is really shallow. Actually, you know what? Let's do a quick test together. Let's compare B-roll footage between how I capture it now with the T7i and the kit lens, with the T7i and the new lens, and the mirrorless Sony. I genuinely have no idea how big of a difference it's gonna be. Hopefully a lot, because I spent a lot of money to upgrade. But yeah, let's see how much better it'll be, if at all, on the channel going forward. So there you go. Let me know if you noticed the difference and which you preferred. Actual last box or mailer or whatever. Let's see what's inside. Okay. So this wacky alien-looking thing is a camera tripod. It was like 20 bucks on Amazon, and this is specifically for holding a phone. I've been experimenting a little bit with shorts content and Instagram reels and stuff like that, and specifically with YouTube, I've been using them as like community update posts. Like, hey, I'm working on the next mod video. It's taken a while. In the meantime, here's a riff. And I've got a lot of really fun ideas for short form content, which, seeing as how hard YouTube and Instagram and stuff are pushing short form content, that seems to be a huge part of like the content ecosystem future. And as a creative person, it's just fun to experiment with new things. So I guess now is a good time to plug said Instagram I'll be posting these reels to. I've also got a TikTok if that's your platform of choice, but it's kind of just reposts of what I put on Instagram. But yeah, I'm just excited to switch it up and create more content. All right, so that's the new stuff. Those were the boxes in the kitchen, although fingers crossed in a few weeks it will be a much larger kitchen. It's funny, right now I'm using the new lens. It is so much bigger and more intimidating than the last one. Holy shit. Looks like there's some better bokeh in the background. I'm just looking at the LCD slightly to the side, and it looks like the background is blurrier. So that's nice. I guess I'll figure it out in post. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but my workflow has gotten much better. I'm uploading much more consistently now, in better quality too, hopefully. I've got new partnerships, working with old friends and new brands, demos, mod projects. Yeah, it's just gonna be a really really fun year. And thank you to all of you watching who are joining me on it. Or if you haven't joined the journey yet, and you made it all the way to the end of the video, may as well subscribe at this point. You can also turn on notifications, that way YouTube might let you know when I upload a new video. It's like 80% of the time. Affiliate, social media, merch, and Discord server links are in the description. Merch is 35% off until the end of the month, and the mods have actually just revamped the Discord server, so now's a great time to join that community. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.